Yo, what's up YouTube? Adam back here with another YouTube video. Today's workout is going to be arms and shoulders. So I'm starting off the workout crazy right now. I'm starting off with like some rope tricep extensions, supersetted with some single arm bicep curls, dumbbell curls, just to get the blood flowing, you know, so that I can get a pump on the next workout. I think on this one right here I did get a pump, but it wasn't as significant as the others. So when you're doing tricep rope extensions, like, you want to spread the rope apart so that you can get the squeeze on the lateral and the long head of the tricep. And then with the dumbbell curls, you want to let it stretch and squeeze, you know, and you see how my arm is actually pumped up right there. So I did 3 sets of 15 for each, and that was it for those 2 exercises. And then we jumped into some close grip bench press on the Smith machine. For triceps, you don't want to go all the way down because it's going to stretch out your chest and make you activate your chest, because this exercise right here is what you want to primarily focus on your triceps. So get your arms as close as you can comfortably and press. All right, then we moved over to the barbell curls. I think I started off a little bit too heavy because I started to swing early on, but as I progressed through the sets, it got lighter and lighter, but I still did the same weight and actually squeezed and used less momentum going on through.
I got a lot, but I need some damn more, yeah. If I catch the odds, then I'm up in the damn score, yeah. I can't see a damn thing.
Alright, so when you're doing bicep curls, what I normally see a lot of people do, they want to cave in their shoulders to curl up the bar. Like, no, if you want the maximum stretch of your bicep, you want to lock your shoulders back and then curl. That way you have more stretch on your bicep and you can actually curl it. It's okay to use some momentum, but you don't want to rely on that to get the weight up. And then also when you're doing close grip bench press, keep your shoulders locked back so that you're not pressing with your shoulders, because this is not a shoulder exercise and neither is a chest exercise. So you want to press with your triceps. Push your triceps in like a 45-degree angle or something like that, between 35 to 45. That way you can get that tension on your triceps. And then, yeah, that's how you close grip bench press and barbell curl. But I prefer doing my curls on like a cable machine because it's constant tension, versus the barbell where the tension is nowhere to be seen at the bottom of the rep. So I normally do it on that. That way I'm not jerking, I'm not using no type of momentum, and there's tension 100% of the motion. So now we're jumping into some tricep press downs and some reverse curls. So when you're doing your press downs, like, you want to keep your arms perpendicular to the floor. So like, you don't want to have it slanted or anything like that, because you want to get the stretch. So you've seen how my form was on that, so that's how you need to mimic the form. And then also with the reverse curls, this is a great way to grow your forearms at the same time growing your brachialis of your bicep. So you want to stretch and squeeze as long as you can. I know it's going to be heavy, but you just got to do it. But I did make the mistake of going too heavy on that set, so the next set I did drop the weight quite a bit just so I can feel it a little bit better. And also, when you're doing your tricep extensions, you want to keep your shoulders back so that you're not pressing with your shoulders or your chest, so that it's directly on your triceps. And actually, when you want to stretch and squeeze it, go to failure on everything. Don't let nobody tell you to stop at 12, stop at 15, because you're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna have too much fatigue, blah blah blah. But as long as you eat and you sleep and you drink enough water and get in your protein, you're good. Just train to failure. It's not gonna hurt you. Just train intense. That's all it is. That's how you grow, and that's how you get stronger as well at the same time. So after we did the superset there, we jumped into some face away cable curls and some tricep extension single arm. That way we can finish off the bicep and we'll finish up the arms in general with a decent pump. So before we jump into shoulders, and my shoulders looked pumped already from this angle. It looks so good. I feel like my shoulders is my best muscle group, even though I don't train them all that much anymore because it's too strong of a group for me. So when you're doing these last two movements, you want to go to complete failure. Don't leave anything in the tank. Just go to complete failure. Don't even count the reps. Just do it. And I do this about 3 sets. Everything else to the good stuff, the shoulders. I love training shoulders so much. So I start off with the rear delts only because I need to bring up my rear delts and my side delts because my front delts are very dominant. So when I do my shoulders, I start off with my weak points first, so the rear delts and the lateral. And the reason why I'm doing my rear delts like this is because I'm trying to mimic the pec deck. Because the pec deck machine fly, so the on the reverse. So I'm trying to thicken it up. It's already sculpted. I just need to make it bigger. And when I do it, I pull with my rear delt. Even though it's not a big muscle, I try to get as much stretch and squeeze out of it. So I don't go all the way forward and all the way back because that's going to engage the traps and my back. So I want to keep the tension on my rear delts. And you notice how I'm doing my lateral raises with the D handle. I put my hand inside of the handle part just so I don't have to grip it. And when I do that, if I feel it way more, and I go to failure even later on in the set because I don't have to grip it, and my grip is usually the limited factor of like lifts, but it's not my grip is not bad. It's just I stopped relying on it. So when you're doing your movements, you want to get the stretch and squeeze of everything. Like you just don't want to go through the motion or anything like that. Like you want to make every rep count and have a purpose with it. So for this superset here, I did 4 sets of each because I need them to grow. Like I'm trying to force them to grow. Even though I'm natty, I can still force it to grow, and it grows like not fast, but it grows in like a decent amount of time. So like within a month, I'll see progress, or like a few weeks or something like that. So when you're doing these type of cable movements, you don't want to go too heavy and like ego lift. Like you want to actually really feel the muscle that you want to do. So like when you're doing these, you don't want to feel it in your traps. Like you want to feel it only in the muscle that you're doing. Lateral raises, want to feel it inside the side delts. You're doing rear delts, want to feel it in the rear delts, not your back, not your traps, nothing like that. So pick a weight that you can do and perform it well. And I think I already said I did like 4 sets, 15. So now we're doing shoulder press. supersetted with dumbbell lateral raises. Yes, we're doing lateral raises again, because again, lateral raises, my side delts is a weak point on my shoulders, but it still looks decent enough, but I need it to be capped. I want capped delts, I don't want slope delts, you know. So this is a warm-up set. I did about, I think I did 15, I believe. Then I went and did some dumbbell lateral raises. So I don't go up all the way because I want to keep the tension on my side delts and off of my traps. And when I get close to failure or to failure, I start doing some partials just so I can put more blood into my side delts. I did about 3 sets of this, and then that was it.
I just see some niggas down the block, daddy from here. No, I got a lot, but I need some damn more, yeah. If I catch the odds, then I'm up in the damn floor, yeah.
So when you're doing like shoulders and stuff like that, like you don't want to overstretch when you're doing the shoulder press. Like you want to stop where you feel that stretch, because if you go any lower without having that shoulder mobility, you're going to injure yourself, and we don't want you to be out the gym just because you tore your shoulder or you stretched it out too much or something like that. So keep it at a decent range of motion where you can stretch. So like when you guys pose, you want to be able to show it off precisely, even when you're taking just a normal picture or video. You know, if you want to post on the gram, even if you're not bodybuilding on like stage and everything like that, you like you still want to look good, you know, look aesthetic. Because I see a lot of people trying to pose and say that they're aesthetic when they're not, because even though they have all the shreds or not, they're skinny and whatnot, bro, if you don't know how to pose, you're not aesthetic. So learn how to pose, and then you'll be looking even better on your Instagram posts, your reels, your YouTube shorts and TikTok or whatnot. All right, guys. So basically we are at the end of the video. I appreciate you guys watching through the whole video. It actually helps me out a lot. So if you can, subscribe, like, share, and comment. Anything helps. You don't have to subscribe, but as long as you like the video, or even comment something like a fire emoji or something like that, and I really appreciate that. But other than that, let me know what you guys want to see more down in the comments, and I'll try my best to put them out. Later.